Firehouse School has 3 campuses, one in Lafayette, one in Walnut Creek, and one in Mill Valley. The Lafayette campus was the first one and was opened 24 years ago by Dr. Dorothy Stewart. We're here to tell you about this special community and school, one that has helped many families raise their children and start them off on their first journey through school. Our program is based on a solid foundation of scientific theory, research, and professional practice in the field of child development. We feel that there are 3 things that are core to the success of Old Firehouse School: our attachment model, our Reggio Emilia-inspired curriculum, and our professional teachers. Attachment. We have a primary caregiving model at Old Firehouse School because we believe in the attachment theory of John Bowlby. Children carry what they learn about trust in the earliest parts of their lives for the rest of their lives. For this reason, we strive for continuity of care. As much as possible, our children will have the same primary caregiver for the duration of their time with us. We choose teachers who understand the importance of their relationship with children. Old Firehouse School is known for its Staff Stability Fund, which acts as an incentive for teacher retention. Every year, each family contributes up to $1,175 into a fund that is for their child's teacher. If the teacher stays for the entire school year, she will receive half of the money in that account. Each year that she stays, she will receive half of the money, and then when the class graduates, she receives all of the money in that account. This model has been described in the Wall Street Journal, the San Francisco Chronicle, and in the book The Visionary Director, as a way to maintain long-term relationships and support early childhood educators. This has resulted in low teacher turnover at our schools and improves the probability that children are likely to have the same teacher from the time they begin with us around age 2 until they graduate at age 5. Reggio Emilia Curriculum. We believe that children learn by doing and playing. We also believe that preschool is a time for children to learn how they can be advocates for themselves, as well as understand the points of view of others. Here's a brief history of Reggio Emilia. After World War II, the residents of Reggio Emilia, a town in Italy, returned home and their town was in shambles. Never again, they swore to themselves. The families who returned believed that the best way to stop the spread of fascism would be through developing a way of thinking that encouraged listening, taking others' perspectives, and being able to think creatively. They created what is now known as the best early childhood program in the world, and we strive to take their ideas of reflection and cooperation into our work with the children. How does that work? At our school, we encourage groups of children to decide on a project they would like to study. We then set about on a long-term project in which we investigate that idea or topic in depth. Because the topics emerge from the children's own minds and interest, it's called an emergent curriculum. Learning in this way encourages children to think creatively and stay engaged in their own learning. These projects last anywhere from 2 to 5 months because the children and teachers go in depth into a topic and because children take time to process and understand new information. As the children and teachers are engaged in a project, it is a teacher's role to find ways to incorporate all aspects of learning into that project: literacy, math, music, art, science, and social skills. This way, children are learning new things within a meaningful context, which means it will stay in their memories longer. For example, when 4-year-olds were learning about how to have a lemonade stand, they were engaged in science and math and literacy that was connected to real-life learning. When our 2-year-olds became interested in bugs during the springtime, they learned new words and also that bugs can have families, eat, and have homes just like they do. Our pre-kindergarten children studied kindergarten. They might ask questions like, "Can your mommy come with you? What happens if you push someone? What is recess?" In all of these projects, our goal is to develop a can-do attitude. At the end of all of our projects, the children and teachers will have a project presentation where families are invited to celebrate the project's end. The children and teachers will present what they have learned in developmentally appropriate ways. For example, a project on baking may culminate in a bake sale, or a project on firefighters may end with a fire truck song performance. These projects are not about memorizing information. They are about allowing children to be active participants in their learning, to learn how to share their ideas and hear others' points of view, and to feel like learning is fun. Teachers. Our extraordinary teachers are how our school maintains its high quality. We have teachers who have BAs or master's degrees in education, as well as teachers who have been in the field for over a decade. These are people who have made a commitment to early childhood education and learning, and it is through their experience and knowledge that we are able to provide the best early experiences for your children. So how do you apply to Old Firehouse School? There are 2 steps in our application process. After watching this video, you will be invited to a brief meeting with the director to answer any further questions you may have. We will then invite you to apply online. There is an application fee of $55 per child. Once we have your application, you will be added to our waitlist. If there is space for your child, we will invite you to do the second step, a virtual observation, where you can see the children and teachers in action during a circle time. After the observation, if you decide you want to enroll your child, we will go through the registration process. We take a registration fee of $380 and the summer 2021 tuition as a deposit. These fees, as well as the Staff Stability Fund, are non-refundable. Our school is a community of families and educators who believe deeply in the child's capacity to learn. We believe that relationships are the key to supporting children's development. Our Reggio Emilia-inspired curriculum focuses on children's learning through play and hands-on experiences. We hope that this gives you some idea of who we are and that you will consider joining Old Firehouse School.